Good morning, everyone. This is Kakaaki Social. I'm Obozeghie. Hope you had a good weekend if you rested. Now, President Bola Tinubu has asked that nobody celebrates him on March 29, 2024, when he turns 72. He says he too will spend the day reflecting and rededicating himself to the task of building a more stable Nigeria. So, whatever anyone has to do for him should be redirected to charity organizations. In a post on X, it says, because of the present mood of the nation and recent killing of the officers and men of our army and police in Delta State and recent spate of security breaches by criminal elements in different parts of Nigeria, there should be no form of birthday event and placing of birthday goodwill advertorial messages in newspapers. Goodwill messages should not be placed to on radio and television stations too. And it says you have to redirect all of those things that you have for him. No party for me, no party in my honor, no party on behalf of me. Send them to charity organizations to help the needy at this point. Busy Best says, that's commendable. This is not a time to marry. Also on his side is Damson, who says, you lead by example. This is a great gesture from Mr. President. We are getting somewhere somehow. Happy birthday in advance, Asiwaju. Absolutely happy birthday. But this user says, happy birthday, sir. Also, in honor of your birthday, please remove the excesses from your COS budget and other similar insensitive line items in the 2024 budget. Announce reliefs for citizens, minimum wage, credit scheme, student loan, effective cash transfers, etc. All these will be better appreciated by Nigerians than admonishing rich friends not to celebrate you. Well, about minimum wage, we hear that he may announce the new one when it is Workers' Day very soon. But let's move away from that to say that the Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, has unveiled a 2,200-strong mines Marshal to secure solid mineral sites and smoke out illegal miners. In his words, he says it is in fulfillment of a major plank of a 7-point agenda to create a new security architecture to secure mining sites. Well, the plan is to start with 60 operatives for each of the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT with their command and control domiciled in the Ministry of Solid Minerals Development. This happened over the weekend and it's been on the lips of netizens. So the scientist is saying that if all ministers create new securities to secure their respective ministries, how many securities are we going to have in this country? We keep creating new offices with poor implementation of existing ones. Everybody just they do what he like for this country. And more thought from Ike God, says the NSCDC Act 2007, as amended in Section 31A, not Section 31C, it says gives the NSCDC the powers to tame illegal mining activities. So, needless, the creation of militia group called Mines Marshal by Dele Alake that will gob more money from Nigeria's public treasury and taxpayers. Let's see more thought from netizens. Caleb is saying that NSCDC has some other unit like Agro Rangers. Carving out a unit for the protection of mines is still very much in line with the overall objective of NSCDC. If, however, anyone feels such is a breach of the Constitution, such person could approach court for balanced arbitration. And that was for people who says that it was unconstitutional to have done that. And then Tonede says, don't mind them. Maybe they are part of the illegal miners, and it says one of the duties of the NSCDC is to protect national assets. So what's wrong in selecting some to protect the nation's solid minerals? Some people just like making mountains out of an ant hill. Well, let's go over to celebrate women who are doing so greatly. And so congratulations are still pouring in for a retired Justice of the Supreme Court, Honorable Justice Mary Odili, as she bowed out as the 51st chairman body of benches. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Honorable Justice Olukayode Ariwola, and a host of others described her as a lady of great integrity whose intellectual credentials stand out in the discharge of her duties. Here, where we have some videos of her dancing at her send-off reception. Let's see. Congratulations to you, ma'am. Let's go over to our final story to say that a former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, is asking governors to copy their Abia State counterpart, Alex Otti, and terminate pensions for ex-governors and deputies in their state. He says it's a daylight robbery that would drastically cut governance costs. Well, he was speaking with the state governor of Abia, Otti, and he noted that I watched the television and I saw the repealing of Abia pensions, and I asked you, what exactly is this? And you said to me that the pension scheme for former governors here was too outrageous. It's like trouble because it allowed them to have a house in Abuja and elsewhere, and it allowed them to cut away with whatever they can. Yet the pensions of ordinary people from 2014 are unpaid. What sort of leadership? You came and said there would be an end to that rascality. I congratulate you and I say to you, I hope your colleagues will follow in your footsteps. Well, that's the wishes of the former president right there. For this user, he says, suddenly he has woken up from his slumber. He should start by refusing to collect his pension as former head of state and president, and do well to return Operation Feed the Nation, which is selfishly made OFN, Obasanjo Farms Nigeria Limited. And this user, May JB, it says, funniest part is some collect two pensions. For example, someone that was a governor and also once a senator will collect two pensions. More reactions from this user. It says, ex-president cannot hold any other political office in the country. Just my thought. And how many ex-presidents do we have compared to ex-governors? That's in reaction to those who were asking, what about ex-president? If you're talking about ex-governors, so is it because you're an ex-president? And then Adebisi says, bro, don't justify this, please. Ex-president can start a business. Oh, well, I think he does have a business and even businesses. So let's see what... if this will be abducted, because I know that the president is even being told to make sure that this is coming from the national level to see that governors, former governors are not paid when they leave office. Well, that's how we will call it a day today on Kakaaki Social. If you need to reach out to us, 0811-5436-670. Rena OBO on social media. We could continue from there.
Yes, indeed. Rena OBO. Great. Okay, so...
Good stuff there about the pension matter that started from Abia State.
Yeah.
It's a time that Nigeria as a country seriously considers all of those things. Pension as a senator, pension as a minister, or pension as governor. And I mean, all of these things needs to be considered carefully so that a lot of the funding that is going in those directions can be used for better things.
Absolutely. I know that some of these people are so lucky that from governorship they are lucky to be appointed as ministers, and then they go for retirement at the Senate. They live there and free
Did
pensions.
you say retirement at the Senate?
Oh, yes, that's what they make it. We have 1,001 governors at the National Assembly. They make it retirement plan. I mean, it's in the news.
Okay,
but
so
I don't see anything wrong with
Yeah, well-
governors, ex-governors becoming senators,
Well,
actually.
I haven't said anything is wrong, but it's becoming a culture that, oh, if I'm leaving office, if you're done with your 8 years, before you become a president, you have to first of all go and rest at the National Assembly.
you know, the worry for the Abia State governor, if you hear him, you know, talking about that law, he did say that the worry is that these people get their pensions, while those who worked at the lower level
Yeah.
never
Don't
get their
get theirs.
pensions.
True.
Anyway, Rena, let's let it go, because there's still more to come on Kakaaki
I
Very
see.
African Voice.
All right, thank you so much, Rena. And